All right, trade recap on how I got a break even. Very unfortunate. This would have covered my 2 losses that I took yesterday, but it is what it is, man. Some bullshit is what it is, actually. This is some fucking bullshit, dude. This was all of that just to not even take this low out. Like, what the fuck, man? Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Anyways, yeah, let's hop right into it. Gonna make this quick. It's currently 2 a.m. in the morning. I am tired as shit. I want to go to bed, so we're gonna get this done as fast as possible. Starting off on the 4-hour. Man, you know what? Fuck all that extra crap. I'm just gonna start off where the 9 a.m. candle is. Alright. So the 4-hour we have unmitigated gap here, unmitigated gap there. Doesn't really matter to me. It's pretty low. We are at all-time highs. Okay, we inverse this gap. Pretty straightforward, really leaning bullish. Same thing on here on ES. We took out all-time highs. Nothing much to look at besides these unmitigated gaps, which I will not be targeting because they're way too far down. And we're bullish, so that's for the 4-hour. In terms of the hourly, again, we don't have shit, actually. We don't have any unmitigated gaps. The only gap we have is we respect there, so nothing much. Same thing here on ES. Yeah. We actually keep in mind, so those equal lows that we have, you see this 4-hour? This 4-hour right there? On the hourly, if we even go down to the 15-minute, you'll see we have triple equal lows. That's insane. Equal lows here, 15-minute back buy. So this is a great DOL that I'm going to be looking at coming into today, in case we do confirm that we're going to go short, which is pretty unlikely, but what else? NQ, if we go on the 15-minute, we have bouncing off this 15-minute right there. Ran up because we did have CPI news data today. And then we had 9:45 news, which I did not even know. Really not much else. So yeah, if we get into this 5-minute and get close to market open, okay, let's actually bring that back here. So we have a news data here, and then we have a news data up here. Of course, we're gonna be targeting whichever one we give, an entry or confirmation to. So if we have a 5-minute that we have right here, but if we go to the 15-minute, we have an unmitigated 15 right here. So if we tap this 15-minute, get an inverse long, I can obviously aim towards these all-time highs, which is also the news data high. And yeah, if we do end up inversing this 15-minute or something like that, then we can look to aim lower towards maybe these draws. These draws here on ES is what I really like. We had equal lows for London lows, but we also had these data lows, which were also equal lows, which was also a 4-hour, and we had Asia low. So that's those draws on the sell side. But let's just get into the trade that I took because I'm trying to get this done. So market open, we immediately dump. We not really liking how these candle formations look. I want to see more of a wick, just to confirm that manipulation. But it's good enough. We tap into the 15-minute. See if we got an SMT at the 15-minute. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. So yeah, SMT at that 15-minute. 1-minute entry. Let's check if we have a 2-minute, just in case. Okay, so all right, by the time we hit this 2-minute, let's see if the 1-minute happened. Okay, yeah, the 1-minute got inversed, but the 2-minute got tapped. So of course, either way, it's the highest time frame on the leg because this whole thing is a leg. So I think the highest time frame was actually the 3-minute. Yeah, the 3-minute. Okay. So here's this gap we're waiting to get inverse. All right. This would have been a nice entry if it was this would have been definitely been discretional. We inversed all the 1-minutes and nothing on the 2-minute just yet. But yeah, this was the better entry for sure. You could have your stops like down below this fair value gap right there. Targets up here for over 1-to-1 or about a 1-to-1. But yeah, that's a discretional entry. If we go to the actual entry you should have taken, would be this 3-minute. You know, stops usually at the swing low, but with this massive rejection wick, it's good to just have it at the body close or even underneath this fair value gap. But even if we do that, it's still not a 1-to-1. Okay, you would have to aim higher, which is a bunch of bullcrap. You don't want to deal with that. Terrible RR. You don't even give this room to breathe in case we want to come down and fill any gaps down here, like we have on the 1 minute. Like we could have easily just came down and tapped this, filled this gap right here. So I don't like that we don't have enough breathing room for this trade. Stayed out of it, but I did take it here on YM. Okay, so YM, pretty much the same exact price action as you can tell. We tap into a 15-minute. We give a 1-minute entry. I did not take this on any evals or on my live account. Strictly took this as a paper trade. Okay. Great targets for like 1.5, I think, 1.65, and TP got smacked. Okay. Very unfortunate that it did not take this. The final draw was all-time highs, but this data high is perfect because we can just edge this. And this was around the sweet spot for the risk to reward ratio. So that one played out. We did end up smacking all-time highs later on. Yeah, very kind of upset. I really did wish I took this, especially because I had high conviction in the NQ trade, and all pairs were correlated. So yeah, this definitely should have. This was a solid trade. I mean, giving myself the benefit of the doubt, it is another like pair which I do not typically trade. I do sometimes trade this, but most of the time it's going to be just strictly NQ, around 90% of the time actually. So reasonable as to why I missed this, and I took it on paper. So it's not really like I missed out or I was scared to do this. It was just, I don't know what the fuck. I'm just yapping right now. But anyways, that's that. So we smacked the all-time highs and data highs. We kind of just chop up from here. And at this point, we have an SMT up here, and I am looking for shorts. Okay. Not that I'm still bullish, of course, because we're at all-time highs and we don't have any major confirmation that we're going to be bearish. I'm just going off this entry model with the sweep of data / all-time highs, the SMT, and the highest time frame gap we have is this 4-hour, or not 4 hour, sorry, this 4-minute right here. As you can see, we edged it right there. So nothing on the 5-minute either. So yeah, nothing to be taken. This is what, I don't know what the heck. Oh, that's the inverse we took, or we marked out. Sorry, not took. But yeah, this 4-hour, or why do I keep saying that, dude? This 4-minute got edged, and if we go on ES, this looked very solid because we had a 5-minute. So I wanted to see this 5-minute gap get inverse, of course, to further confirm that bearish bias. We had pretty sweet low resistance right here on the lower time frame. If we check the 1-minute, looks pretty clean. I like it. But we ended up respecting this 5-minute, and from here, let me see. Since we did reject off this, I could see this being a possible long. We inverse this 2-minute right here, and I did mark this out. I didn't paper trade it though. Just mark some shit out, and yeah, just end up hitting like a bitch, bro. It's not that. I mean, it's a great pattern trade. Don't get me wrong. It looks very sweet. Rejecting off these imbalances, multiple, because we had a 3 and a 2 and a 1-minute. And we're rejecting off of a 5-minute that we have on ES. So this is a great pattern trade. The only thing is the narrative behind it. Like this is a protected high. We have an SMT. We swept all-time high, which was also data high. So this aiming for this is very, just risky and not worth it. It's better to just stay, out of this. So I'm not even looking to trade anymore at this point. But dude, my nose is itching like crazy. Yeah, we literally just chop up, bro. There's nothing to be taken here. Now, at this point in time, we aren't making any fair value gaps, and we do make one right here. And seeing this fair value gap get made caused me to just look back up at the charts and check what happened. We are rejecting off this isn't even a fair value gap, actually. we aren't really rejecting off anything, but this 4-minute that we previously rejected off of. And the main reason why I took this was because ES had tapped deeper into this discounted fair value gap right here, also closing inside of here. We also have a 5-minute inverse right there. Let's see this happen at 10. What am I doing? I don't know what the heck. Oh, 1040, sorry. So yeah, this inverse at 1040. If we check the 1 minute, let's see what happened. It's all the way up there. Okay, so we did get the entry a little bit before the 5-minute, I think, because it was a 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute entry right there at 10. Yeah, so the idea was basically just ES rejecting off those imbalances, and because there were 5 minutes, I liked it a lot. I also noticed that we have a really good SMT right here, very, very beautiful. And yes, I said these highs were protected, but I mean, if you look at this chop, like this chop price action that we have, we generated a good amount of low resistance, which I thought we could definitely take out. And then on top of that, we had a great break-even point at this 5-minute unmitigated gap, and I felt like we would have, like, it's almost certain that we tap this gap. Even if we want to go lower, it's like most definitely gonna happen where we tap this and then push lower. But of course, all-time highs remain bullish, and we have great low resistance, so targeting these all-time highs. I had a partial right here to scale like half or more than half of my position. Unfortunately, we edged it, and we just went straight to break even. Very, very unfortunate. And then after we had this manipulation leg, let's see if we put any SMT in. Fucking bullcrap, bro. It's so annoying. And then we want to run up after this. But that's pretty much it for the trade recap. Break even day for me. Really unfortunate. I really thought we were gonna hit this, dude. Like, this looks so beautiful. If we bring this back, I mean, just look how this is playing out, dude. It's like, dude, oh my gosh. I figured I did want to trail at least half of my position, so like I would trail my stop to at least secure a half a win, because I did size up on this trade. So I wanted to make up at least half of my losses from yesterday. I had 2 losses, and the reason I did not do that was strictly because I figured we could bounce off of this 5-minute right here. We had an unmitigated gap, and yeah, it could have been great if we just ran out from here. Don't know why we had to push lower. We didn't really do anything significant. But yeah, you know, break even is still a winning day in my eyes. Again, the bias was correct. The draw on liquidity was correct. It's been that way for the past, like, every single trade recap. It's just been a break even or a loss, and then we head to that draw. So that's pretty annoying and unfortunate, but it's just something you got to deal with as a trader. And yeah, this trade recap should be under like 15 minutes, I think, looking at the time. But that's gonna be pretty much it. Let's see, anything else that I missed? So just to go over this for like a quick minute, this initial trade was technically invalid. For one, we hit the break-even point, and for two, we have a very scuffed RR. Even if you do make it as tight as possible, with it still being a bit reasonable for a stop loss, it still is a negative RR. So stayed out of that. You know, I'm fine with that. And then we gave this pattern trade model, did not take it because it was not high probable. And then we gave this pretty clean setup. I loved how ES was rejecting off those 5 minutes. We have a beautiful SMT put in place. We have great low resistance right here to target. This was an A+ model. Very, very clean. The only downside is it's pretty late in the kill zone, and the main objective was already kind of taken. This was just a newly formed objective. Yeah, still an A+ model. Would definitely take this again. And yeah, luckily we did not do anything stupid. I did do those 2 losses from the previous day, kind of was pissing me off, and I just was thinking like, I just want to make my money back, bro. But glad we didn't do anything stupid like force any crazy trades. And yeah, pretty smooth day coming off of a not so great day. 2 losses and a break even, and then you miss out on a winning setup that same day, which is pretty hard, bro. A lot of traders would just crashed out, blown their accounts, whatever. Not me though. Stayed cool, calm, and collective. Took this trade, even though it pissed me off. Did not let any emotions affect how I trade and how I manage my position. So I'm very glad with the outcome of how my psychology was. Yeah, it's gonna be it. Pretty much just talking nonsense right now. So I'm gonna end this video, and yeah, I'll do a week recap for this entire week, probably like sometime tomorrow. I'm meeting up with my homeboy to back test to show him FUHHs and whatnot, just to teach him. So because he's getting back into trading. So yeah, I might make a video. We're probably gonna go to a cafe or some shit, and I might make a video. And yeah, it's gonna be it for this video. Peace.